Hello there. Very windy today. A bit on fence of why I'm flying, but let's just get straight to it. On the Mavic 3 Pro, DJI's flagship drone, ×2 again. I've got to have two in my kind of work, what I do. Obviously you can't be travelling hours all over the country with one drone in case you get a malfunction or anything happens, God forbid a crash. So two of everything in this line of work for me. That's your Mavic 3 Pro triple lens lineup. You've got the 24mm fixed lens. On the second lens you've got a 70mm at 3 times, and then you've got a 7 times at 168mm, and all those three are optical. In between those you'll get a digital zoom which crops in on the sensor, and again Minecraft and Tetris, as I was covering on the other video. Not usable, I don't use them. I always stick to 24mm, 70mm or 168mm. As I've said, all optical, very usable. So on the Mavic 3 Pro you've got a micro four thirds sensor, which is excellent in low light, and the general overall quality of it is, well, really good. I was really pleased and impressed with the Mavic 2 Pro with a 1-inch sensor, and at that point I thought, how can DJI possibly beat this? And then they do. They then put a micro four thirds sensor, which is just amazing. DJI made a partnership with Hasselblad, which integrated the camera lenses onto the drones, and I don't think there's any going back from there. Exceptional quality, the Hasselblad cameras, especially on the micro four thirds sensor. Today is really windy. It's gusting 40 miles an hour with a steady wind speed of 20, and that's at ground level. So these aren't going no higher than 10 meters today. So I'm just doing a quick vlog. It's not the ideal weather conditions today, but it is winter time. It is freezing. It's not great, so it's very difficult to plan to get these in. So let's just start this one up and show you how it goes. Here we go, let's power this up. Just got this is on the RC Pro here. Your thumbsticks are at the back, will just slot in nicely here. They just screw into there. So that's the RC setup there. Always make sure you check your prop guards, as I've said in other videos. It's a real good test today on the Pocket 3 DJI Mic 2, because it's blowing straight at me, these 40 mile an hour gusts, so it's going to be interesting to see how this sounds. Can't see me there, can you? Keep ducking down. I was going to put wide angle lens on it, but it distorts the edges, which I don't really like, so I'm not. Okay, so as I said before in my other videos, one short press, one long press. That activates the remote. Same on the drone. One short press, one long press. There we go. I just did the latest firmware update before I started on this today. DJI have decided to take away the geo-awareness zones. There's a little error message there. I've already updated everything, so I know it's good to go. My God, that's windy. Can you hear that through windsock? Keep having these mad gusts. I'm just waiting for a little gust to settle down, then it's going to get up and over the veranda there, and then straight back down behind the glass. There we go. So to activate the drone, thumbsticks down into the middle. That spins the props. Left stick up. And away we go. And it's great how they've integrated 3 lenses into one, because in the past I've had to buy separate drones for separate cameras. Basically, for a good example, your Mavic 2 Pro and your Mavic 2 Zoom. I needed both of those lenses, but I couldn't change lenses, if that makes sense. So I had to buy both drones, the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro. I'd take both of them to site on jobs. I could get my close shots from a Mavic 2 Pro, more detailed. And then I want to zoom in from far distances, I had the Pro. So I had best of both there, and I always wished they'd bring one drone out so I could have everything in one. I think it was 2018 or 2019 they brought the Mavic 2 lineup out, the Pro and the Zoom. 2 different camera lenses there. I needed both, so I had to have both drones. But the best thing there, the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro interchangeable batteries, so that's a big bonus. Just like these two, I take one to site, I've got the other one, interchangeable batteries, so there's no messing about charging up separate ones, then you don't use them, you've got to get home, discharge them and messing about. So always keep two of the same drone, especially when you're doing it commercially like I do. So when DJI finally released this about 3.5 years later from the Mavic 2 lineup, I was quite excited because you've now 3 lenses in one drone. Mavic Pro up, and then got to bring that down to go to my Mavic 2 zoom. A lot of time wasting getting them drones up and down, making sure it's all synced up to the satellites. But with this one, just kick it up straight away, it's up in the sky, and I've got three different lenses. The only downfall is, just to compare it to the Mavic 2 zoom, that was one fluid zoom because it was all optical. From your 24 to your 48mm, all true optical, nice smooth motion. So when the Mavic 3 came out with the 3 lenses, that were great. This, however, it's jumping to each lens each time it changes lens. So your 24mm, and you're going to be zooming in, and as soon as it hits to that 70, the frame hops, if you like, a little tiny hop. And then that's going to be zooming from the second lens at 70mm to the third lens at 168. It jumps again, so you don't get that fluid motion. That's the only drawback I can say with this, but that's just being picky because where the lenses are situated, it's going to be very difficult for them not to have that step between each lens. The worst one was the Mavic 3 with the dual lens. That one did a really bad step because there was just 2 lenses, one at bottom, one at top, so as you were zooming and it was time to switch to other lens, it really jumped. Doing this again. They've really improved with this one, but it's still there. So like I say, I just use the 3 lenses fixed in all optical. It's loads better. I say it's really windy today, so I'm not keeping both drones up, just having one at a time. And it's only about 5 meters off the ground. As I've said, it's really windy today. I don't like flying in conditions like this, especially when they're reading it 20 mile an hour ground speed and 40 gusting. Ridiculous. These drones won't be going high. I just needed to use them today as I've done the update, so I just thought I'd do a vlog on them as well. If you can see in there, it's a really thick gimbal. Again, it has to be a larger gimbal. It's a bigger, heavier camera. I'd say you could fly these in gusts of 30-35. It'll wobble a bit, but that camera will stay really true and you won't get any shaky footage. So when I first purchased the Mavic 3 Pro, it came with this, the standard RC, very good. The only drawback for me, no external antennas, which worried me because I do a lot of work in urban areas and built-up areas, and can be a lot of interference, and I needed something with an extra boost. So then a few months later, they released the RC Pro. This is the same, it's got the internal antennas and also external antennas. So you've got 4 antennas. I've had a comparison test on the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro because they have external antennas, and it's absolutely exactly the same with this one. With this one, it's not. The Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, both of those have got a better reception than this one. Reason being, it's just built-in antennas. So I'm really pleased when this RC Pro came out. It's a lot sturdier, it's a lot chunkier. You can go on YouTube and social media apps with it, and that is just not needed at all. Don't know why they put that in. But the battery life on these drones are exceptional as well. It's on 70% now, and it's been going for at least 10 minutes. It's really good battery life too. I think you'll get a few 100 meters more out of this one than this one. If you've got clear line of sight, which you should always have, I find it's the RC Pro with the external antennas where it really beats the one without the antennas, because there's a better signal with the external antennas. So I'm really pleased that I've got this one. I don't know if you can hear that beeping. That's just the drone sensing some objects all the way around it, as it's got 360-degree vision sensors all the way around it, on top, underneath and all the way around. So that noise there is just sensing that there's a bush in front of it and also a couple of trees to the left. They're nowhere near it. Okay, time's up on this battery now, so we're going to bring her back. Try and fly it close to the lens so you can see. That's as close as the sensors are letting us get there. As you can see, it kind of dances around in the wind, but with that really good strong gimbal, it's no problem. We'll just land it now. There we go, swap battery out. Okay, just to swap the battery out now. See that? Same again with all the drones. One short press, one long press. Wait till the lights go out. Pinch the side, slide the battery out. New one goes in. One short press, one long press. That'll now power up. Mavic 3 Pro's locked on its satellites now, so it's ready to go. There we go.
Take off. Home point updated.
One thing people say, why don't you wear gloves? It's something I just don't do. I don't get cold hands. I've got good blood flow. I've done a lot of cold exposure in the past, and I just don't get cold hands. I mean, today it's 2 degrees, and with that really strong wind, which is hitting me head on, I would say it's -2, maybe even colder. I mean, they feel a little bit cold, but I can still function. And plus, with gloves on, I have tried gloves in the past, and it's just not the same. Even with the touch screen, you end up taking them off. So we're just waiting for these batteries to get down to a decent percentage to store them. So that's it for today. Both drones grounded now, batteries cycled. Done a quick vlog on them, just a quick talk about them, going over the basics. Like I say, in the future I'm going to do more in-depth things, active tracks, zooms, just some more intricate videos there. It's time to pack these away now. Just pop the battery, it goes inside. I'll take the prop guards off to show you. Close them together, pop it down. All 4. Again, on the old ones it was a screw down. These are just pop and close, loads better. And then blades inside. Folds up, rear arms first, then your front arms. Fiddly gimbal guard. Slots in there on the bottom, wraps round, elastic stretches. That's it, it's all solid now. Protects the gimbal, the props and the arms. Folds away, if you can see that. And just get the RC, fold down tenors. Get the fiddly thumbsticks. Fiddly thumbsticks. Very fiddly. Especially when your hands are cold. Why don't you wear gloves? If you drop one of them down a grate, top tip, always do them where if you drop them, you can find them. I've dropped these in like pebbles and things. You're on your hands and knees for ages trying to find them. That's it. All packed away neatly for another time. So again, if you like videos like this, I'll be posting a lot more in the near future. How-tos, land cameras, drones. Some videos will be longer than others, some will be short. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Bye for now.